Hello, beautiful ones! Today, we are going to talk about emotional authority, which is a principle of human design. If you don't know anything about your human design chart or you don't know whether you have emotional authority, I will include in the description below a link to a free human design calculator where you can find out. But I'll tell you, odds are pretty good because about 47% of all individuals have emotional authority. This is a decision-making process that is born from tuning into our response to something and gaining clarity over time. Perhaps we need to decide, for example, what kind of car we're gonna buy or something like that. If you've got emotional authority, you may be having a great day and you go to the dealership and it's like, woo, I'm gonna get that BMW. I'm feeling really abundant. This is really, really good. And then you could have another day where oh, I don't know, maybe an unexpected bill came up or something, you're not feeling good. And it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna get this used car. I mean, I don't need anything serious. The person with emotional authority should go to the car dealership 10 times, for example, or 50 times. And the car that they buy in the end should be the one that they felt pretty good about most of the time. Maybe it's more of a middle of the road option, but it's like, yeah, you know, I felt pretty good about that almost every single time. On my worst day, I didn't feel so good about it. And on my best day, I felt like I should just go for the gold. But most of the time, I felt pretty good about this. And that could be a car, could be a person, could be a job offer, could be a new sweater you're gonna buy. If most of the time you feel mostly good about something, that is a sign that that thing is for you. Send stuff away. Maybe that's someone who asks you on a date, or maybe you're doing a checkout and it's like, oh, do you want to add this on? It's 50% off if you add it on right now. Just say no. And if something is for you, if you're meant to have that add-on item, for example, it'll be offered to you again the next time you check out. If you're meant to go on a date with that person, they're gonna ask you again. That which is for you will come to you multiple times. Always honor your I don't know feeling by waiting. Sometimes you'll tune into a decision do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? And you don't have a strong yes or you don't have a strong no. This means it's not the correct time to make a decision. Wait. If you're trying to make a decision, honor the I don't know. The meaning of not being sure is that it's not the correct time to make a choice. And sometimes out of all the choices that are in front of us, there is no best option for us yet. And sometimes a new option is going to be presented that is really perfect for us if we can just hang in there and wait for it to come. So I don't know means it's not the right time. Spending money impulsively is a potential pitfall for emotional authority. If something is for you and you browse and you notice you like it, go back again later when you're in a different mood. And if you still like it and it's still there, then it was for you. That which is truly for us and is correct for us will still be there. Tune into a decision or pathway forward multiple times while we're in multiple moods. You don't want to make a choice when you're on a high or when you're on a low day. Wish lists are everything. Sometimes we run into a problem something fell off the shelf in my pantry. I need a full pantry organizer, and we go on Amazon or something like that and we almost buy it. So what you don't want to do with emotional authority is buy it right then and there. Let me add it to my wish list. My personal rule for myself is 1 week. So I'll add things to online wish lists or the save for later function in carts and stuff. And if I still want it a week later and it's still a yes, then I'll buy it. Most of the time it's not a yes though. Most of the things that I think I want or think I need after time has passed, I actually don't really want or need. Don't send emotional emails when you're feeling really, really happy and joyful, or when you're down. Sometimes we just want to pour our heart out to a person. Use the schedule function, like where you can schedule an email. Maybe you need to pour out your heart about something like that. Schedule it for like a day or two. And then like the next day after sleeping, when you're in like a clearer state of mind, read through what you wrote and see like, do I still agree with this? Like, does this still feel right? When you're stressed, that's not the time to make a decision. Now, when we're stressed, that's when we usually want to make a decision. Like we're just like so anxious and we just want to just cut through the situation any way possible. When you're stressed, redirect your energy. Get distance from whatever is stressing you out. Put down your devices, go out for a walk, call a friend, redirect your energy when you're stressed. Don't make choices during times of intense stress. What feels urgent usually is not. You have more time than you think. It is okay to ask for time in making a decision. It is okay to sleep on stuff before having a critical conversation. Give yourself time. Key phrase is like, let me check my schedule and get back with you. Or, you know, I really like to sleep on things before making decisions. Oh, thank you so much for that invitation. Let me check my schedule and get back for you. Wow, that's a really interesting business proposal. You know, when it comes to important stuff, I really like to sleep on things before making a decision. I'll get back with you. Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. Let me get back with you next week. Or, wow, thank you so much for sharing with me about that. Let me let you know after the weekend. Recognize when you are stressed and recognize when you are in a high or a low so that you don't end up making decisions from those places. So some level of awareness of your emotional infrastructure within is really key. You've got to recognize and be honest with yourself about how you feel, like if you're at a high, if you're at a low, if you're really stressed, to avoid making incorrect or unwise decisions for yourself when your emotions are dysregulated. Your best decisions will be made when you are in a clear and calm state. And if you feel good about something when you're in a clear or calm state over a period of time, like for example, within a week, like 3 or 4 days when you were in a clear or calm state, you felt good about booking that vacation to Cancun, then that's a good sign that it is actually right for you. If you get really stressed because you had a fight with your boss and you're just like, I'm gonna go to Cancun, and like you book it right then and there, you're likely to wake up the next day and regret it and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I spent $5,000 like making that booking. What am I gonna do? Can I get my money back? So like, don't take action out of stress, out of highs, or being intoxicated or stuff like that. Don't make decisions like that. Or like if something really bad happened or a problem has suddenly presented and you're in fear, don't make decisions from that place. Give yourself permission to change your mind. Sometimes we can get so pulled into like an emotionally exciting energy, the enthusiasm of someone else. We agree to something and then we sleep on it, or a couple days pass and we realize it isn't for us. Give yourself permission to change your mind. If something was a yes and it becomes a no, have the courage to say, I made a mistake, I can't do this thing. If you're someone whose feelings change and your decisions change, let someone know, like your family or friends. Tell them, you know what, I think I can do this, but I need to have your permission that I can change my mind if my feelings change. If they say no, like you can't change your mind or you can't get out of this, then it's better to just say no if you're unsure. People are very willing to grant us that permission to change our mind. If you suddenly get a terrible feeling and that feeling sustains over hours, days, then we may need to change our mind. Inform other people about your process. I like to make decisions over time. I like to make decisions when I'm really calm and clear after I've had a good night's rest. I don't like to make decisions when I'm really stressed or make decisions out of fear. I don't sign up for urgent purchases or make urgent decisions under pressure. I'm really affected by the emotional energies of people around me, so I like to make decisions when I'm at home in my own energy. Just kind of talk to people about how you make decisions so they understand your process and understand that your desire for more time and space is not a reflection of your level of care for them or your level of interest in whatever it is that they are offering to you. Don't act impulsively. For most things, most of the time, it's better to wait for clarity and tune into a decision multiple times over throughout the day or over multiple days and see if it's a yes for you at 9 a.m. Is it still a yes for you at noon? Is it a yes for you at 9 p.m. when you're tired from the day? And is it still a yes for you at 9 a.m. the next day? If it was a yes for you all the way along, then it's probably for you. But if after your hard day of work or right before you ate your lunch at noon, it was a no, and then again at 9 it was a no, but then it was a yes again the next morning, that could be a sign that only when you're waking up with that morning energy is this thing a yes for you, and therefore it's actually a no. If it feels right to you, you may wish to research the psychic gift of clairsentience or do practices to work with your clairsentience, which is a psychic gift that pertains to clear feeling. Some of you may also resonate with the term empath or highly sensitive person. Emotional authority can be reflective of having a gift. So thank you all so much for sticking with me today. Oh my gosh, thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Many blessings to you and yours, and namaste.